Good morning, students. I'm your Ritesh sir, and today our topic is atomic spectra. Now, if we pass a white light through a prism, then white light may resolve in these seven colors, and these seven colors are in visible range, and our visible range is 350 to 750 nanometer, and they make VIBGYOR: violet, indica, blue, green, or yellow, orange, and red. It means it is observed that when a ray of white light is passed through a prism, the wave with shorter wavelength bends more than the one which have longer wavelength. Here you can easily see that red color have longer wavelength and violet color have shorter wavelength. Here shorter wavelength bends more and longer wavelength bend less when we pass a white light through a prism. And this series of color band that is our VIBGYOR. The series of color band that is VIBGYOR is called spectrum. Here you can easily see that red color which has longest wavelength is deviated the least, while the violet light which has shortest wavelength is deviated the most. And range of this wavelength is 400 to 700 nanometer. A similar spectrum is produced when a rainbow forms in the sky. Such a spectrum is called continuous spectrum. Why it is called continuous spectrum? Because here you can see that violet merges into blue, and blue merges into green, right? Yellow merges into red. That's why they are called continuous spectrum. Now, particle nature means study of electromagnetic radiation. When electromagnetic radiation interact with matter, atom, molecule, when any electromagnetic radiation interact with matter, atom or molecule, then they will absorb energy of that light. They will absorb energy. Here my atom is in ground state, that is electron revolves around the nucleus and it is in ground state. When electromagnetic radiation strike on it will get some energy from electromagnetic radiation and jump to next higher energy state. Because energy level increases, jump to higher energy state, that is called excited state. It may jump one or more than one higher energy step. If it jump more than one higher energy step, then it is called second excited state. And that excited state is unstable state. That excited state is unstable state with higher energy. For returning to their normal, it means more stable energy state, atoms and molecules will emit radiation. That is our radiation emitted by that electron to come back to its ground state. Now, that is our emission spectrum. Here is my atom, and that is electron which emit radiation when it comes from higher energy state to lower energy state. When the radiation pass through a prism, then it show our emission spectrum. The spectrum of radiation emitted by substance that has absorbed energy is called emission spectrum, right? Atom molecules or ions that have absorbed radiation are said to be excited. To produce an emission spectrum, energy is supplied to a sample by heating it. And when we heat it, radiation emitted, and we can easily see the spectrum. That is our emission spectrum. Now, what is our absorption spectrum? That is our energy. That is our emission spectrum. These dark spaces indicate that what it indicates, there is some wavelength missing here. Some wavelength is missing. Okay. Now, absorption spectrum. Absorption spectrum is just like the photographic negative of an emission spectrum. A continuous or a continuum radiation is passed through a sample which observe radiations of certain wavelength. The missing wavelength which corresponds to the radiation absorbed by the matter leaves dark space in bright continuous spectrum. That is missing, right? The study of this type of emission or absorption spectrum is referred as spectroscopy, right? The emission spectrum of atom in gas phase, or the other hand, do not show a continuous spread of wavelength from red to violet. Rather, they emit light only at a specific wavelength with dark spaces between them. Such spectra are called line spectra or atomic spectra. Okay, line spectra are great interest of study of electronic structure. Each element has a unique line spectrum. The characteristic line in atomic spectra can be used in chemical analysis to identify unknown atom, in the same way as fingerprints are used to identify a people. Each person have unique fingerprint and each element have unique line spectrum. That is, for sodium, line spectrum is just like that. For mercury, line spectrum is just like that. For lithium, it's like that. Robert Bunsen was the first investigator to use line spectrum to identify elements. And he identified elements like rubidium, cesium, thallium, indium, gallium, scandium. These minerals were analyzed by a spectroscopic method. The element helium was also discovered in the sun by a spectroscopic method. Our next topic will be line spectrum of hydrogen. Thanks for today.